How powerful is America's F-15 Eagle? Let's find out in this one, guys. Enjoy.
For nearly 3 decades, the F-15 Eagle fighter was considered the undisputed king of the skies.
Was it?
Until the debut of its replacement, the F-22 Raptor, the F-15 was the U.S. Air Force's frontline air superiority fighter. Even today, a modernized Eagle is still considered a formidable opponent, and manufacturer Boeing has proposed updated versions that could keep the airframe flying for the better part of a century.
What? Right, is that true? Got any airplane geeks in the chat? I mean, I don't really pay attention too much to this sort of stuff. But yeah, let me know in the comments if you know anything about it. Is the American F-15 Eagle really that powerful?
The F-15 traces its roots to the air war in Vietnam and the inauspicious showing of American Air Force and Navy fighters versus their North Vietnamese counterparts. Large, powerful American fighters, designed to tackle both air-to-air and air-to-ground missions, were performing poorly against their smaller, less powerful, but more maneuverable North Vietnamese counterparts.
Really?
The 13-to-1 kill ratio American flyers enjoyed in the Korean War dropped to an abysmal 1.5-to-1 kill ratio in Vietnam.
Wow, okay, so I didn't realize that was the ratio comparison from Korea to Vietnam. That's crazy, guys. And those variables could be slightly wrong as well, potentially. You know, these things, you just don't know if maybe America wouldn't even want to publish the correct results anyway. Maybe it was a lot worse than that, you know?
The F-15 was a formidable aircraft. Early versions were powered by 2 Pratt & Whitney F100 PW100 afterburning turbofan engines, producing 14,500 pounds of static thrust, 23,500 with afterburners. This gave the aircraft a thrust-to-weight ratio of greater than 1, making it so powerful that it was the first fighter to exceed the speed of sound in vertical flight.
It's crazy.
The F-15 had so much thrust, it could climb to 65,000 feet in just 122 seconds. In horizontal flight,
Wow.
the F-15 could reach speeds of Mach 2.5 and cruise at speeds of Mach 0.9.
Right, so it's just an absolute beast then. Look at that.
The Eagle's AN APG-63 nose-mounted radar was the most advanced of its day. A solid-state radar with look-down, shoot-down capability and a range of up to 200 miles. This allowed the F-15 to pick out low-flying enemies on radar against the clutter generated by the ground. The radar was also the first to incorporate a programmable system processor, which allowed moderate upgrades to be done via software and not intrusive hardware updates.
Yeah, which obviously when new technology comes out is a big helping hand, isn't it, really? Because you literally plug it in, change it, and then it's away it goes, you know. It's like all modern day cars, really, or at least cars of the past like 10 years or so with an ECU. So it's the equivalent for an airplane. That's going to be really helpful in this, especially in times of war when technology always seems to just get ramped up, isn't it? All the new inventions seem to happen in and around wartime.
The Eagle was originally armed with 4 radar-guided AIM-7 Sparrow missiles for long-range engagements, and 4 AIM-9 Sidewinder infrared-guided missiles for short-range engagements.
Look at the ammunition on that thing.
The F-15 was also designed with long range in mind. Carrying 3 600-pound fuel tanks, the F-15 had a range of 3,000 miles, making it possible to fly from the continental United States to Europe without stopping or
awesome.
mid-air refueling. This would make it possible to quickly reinforce NATO air defenses in case of a crisis in Europe. And later would permit the Air Force to quickly dispatch F-15s to Saudi Arabia during Operation Desert Storm. In the late 1980s, the F-15E was developed to supplement and eventually replace the F-111 fighter bomber as a penetrating, high-speed tactical strike aircraft designed to strike deep behind enemy lines in a NATO Warsaw Pact war in Europe.
That's a nice bit of kit right there, isn't it?
The E model added conformal fuel tanks to increase range with a heavy bomb payload, the APG-63 radar, and a Lantern forward-looking infrared and laser targeting pod. With the retirement of the F-111, the F-15E Strike Eagle is now the USAF's main tactical fighter bomber.
With a name like Strike Eagle, yeah, it's certainly got the right name for it, hasn't it? It's something as well that I like to see on these things. I know it's a little bit gimmicky and war movie-ish, but you know, when they draw the faces on the tip of the planes here, you know, to make it look nice and mean and stuff, I think it looks pretty cool. I mean, imagine flying one of those things for a living. That's got to be one of the best jobs ever, right? No questions.
The USAF bought its last F-15 in 2001, but foreign sales have kept Boeing's production line humming since. The company has twice in recent years tried to again attract the interest of the Air Force. First, with the semi-stealthy Silent Eagle in 2010. In 2016, Boeing again introduced a new F-15, Eagle 2040C. Eagle 2040C is designed to carry up to 16 AIM-1.
That's a good looking airplane right there. Look at that. This thing looks almost like I don't know. It looks really futuristic, that's for sure. I would just love to be able to have the experience to fly one of these things though, but the chosen few, man.
120D AMRAAM radar-guided missiles, more than 4 times the original number.
Look at the payload.
The Talon Hate data link would allow the upgraded design to network with the F-22 Raptor. One concept of operation would have the stealthy, but relatively short on firepower, F-22 flying among enemy aircraft, passing on targeting information to an Eagle 2040 passing on targeting information to an Eagle 2040.
Right, so the sound seems to be going off on this one, guys.
Lack of a current
Oh well, I think there's a bit
has
of a
delayed the
block out on
fighter's retirement, and it now trains to complement the F-22 on the battlefield. The lack.
Oh man, why is that bit? Why did that bit cut out? I'm just trying to see what I can see on there. Maybe it's got information that now is not allowed on there. It's copyright or something, I don't know, but it wouldn't let me play the sound on there, so sorry for the pause, guys.
Of a current viable replacement means it will be at least until the early 2030s before the remaining C and E models are retired. The F-15 airframe in all its flavors will almost certainly spend an impressive half-century in active service.
That's crazy, and if they do continue to use this as like the model for their future, you know, vehicles, air vehicles, then you know I'd imagine they'd be completely autonomous. You know, these aircraft will be completely autonomous probably within the next 5 years, I would say. I might be wrong on that, but that's definitely the way I see them going. Even if they don't particularly use them without pilots, I think they'll definitely have the capability to use those aircraft, those vehicles, without pilots if they choose to, if they want to, you know. And I think that would be pretty cool to add, because if you take away the human element, then you take away a lot of risk factors associated with it. But then if you're prepared to put the vehicle under more risk, then you risk actually losing it altogether. Then it becomes economically not viable. So it'll be interesting to see what they do with that. Let me know in the comments what you think about that, though.
A first for a frontline U.S. Air Force fighter.
Right, that was a pretty good vehicle. How powerful is America's F-15 Eagle? Seems like it's very powerful. I'm a bit disappointed in the end of that video. The sound went off, but must be something wrong with their sound at their end. But never mind, guys. I really enjoyed that one. If you like these types of reactions to different type of aircraft and technology that the military has to offer, drop me a comment. Let me know, guys, because I literally cater my content to what you guys engage with. So if you like this, please drop it a like, subscribe, comment below. Have a nice day.